please make sure you check out our friends at PlayAsia, the #1 site for Japanese games and merchandise.
Today we will be reporting on some news about the long-awaited Final Fantasy XV that popped up more than a year ago, but Censored Gaming somehow missed until only recently. Final Fantasy XV has finally been released worldwide to glowing reviews, which also makes this a good time to go back and talk about a change that occurred during the title's long and often complicated development process. The RPG started out as a part of the Final Fantasy XIII universe and was first announced more than 10 years ago under the title Final Fantasy Versus XIII. During E3 2013, the title's development was announced to be taking a big change in direction, and the game was renamed to Final Fantasy XV, the next main entry in the series. This change of course resulted in many alterations being made to the game's original vision, however not all of these were the result of purely artistic choice. The game's director posted on the official forums back in October 2015, offering some new info on the upcoming game. One of these points explained that a certain element of the game had to be toned down due to age rating criteria in some countries. To quote, "By the way, in Versus XIII, Lucis was set as a country of Reaper worship. This setting is a violation of the age rating criteria for games in some countries, so we cannot push these themes. To replace these themes, we have a backbone setting of black as a special colour, and I hope you will wait for more information to come on this." To explain what the director is saying in more detail, Lucis is one of the main kingdoms in the world of Final Fantasy XV and the home of the protagonist Noctis. Noctis has royal blood and is the Lucis King's only son. Back when the game was titled Versus XIII, a big theme of the country was the worship of Grim Reaper-like deities. However, due to the criteria for age ratings in some countries, this had to be toned down and the team replaced some of these themes with imagery regarding black as a special colour. The heavy use of black can be seen with things such as the clothes that many of the characters wear. In fact, the developer's response here is in answer to a Japanese question asking exactly why Noctis and the gang are wearing just so much black. Not much info is known about this, and what country exactly caused this change is not clear. It's a strong possibility, however, that this could be China, which has strict laws regarding promoting cults or superstitions. This is the reason why things like skeletons are so often censored in Chinese releases of games. The Chinese version of Final Fantasy XV has actually also had at least one change made to it to tone down some of the game's sexuality. In this case though, perhaps the idea of censoring such an integral theme of the game for just one version wasn't a possibility for the devs. This has not been completely removed though. For example, the crest of Lucis is still of a Grim Reaper-like skull, and there's imagery such as this within the city depicting a very sinister, demonic scene. It sounds like the team were put in a position where they were forced to make these changes and tried their best to work around it. Again, it's not known for certain that it was China that was the issue, but it does seem likely. Final Fantasy XV is out right now for PS4 and Xbox One, and Censored Gaming is not aware of any changes being made between the Japanese and English versions.